Good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jamila, and I'm going to introduce you to the topic entrepreneurship. Firstly, I'm going to start by defining what does entrepreneurship mean. Entrepreneurship is the process of starting a new business. And this means that it is a term broadly used to describe the actions of an innovative business leader. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur is an innovator that is capable of adapting other production processes to suit such situations as he or she may be faced with. And what are the traits that make an entrepreneur? The traits that make an entrepreneur, that the person who is willing to start a new business should have a vision, a love or a passion for something that she wants to do, determination. You must be paying attention to details, and you should be willing to take risks. How do you become an entrepreneur? You become an entrepreneur through following the following steps. First of all, you should be good at generating ideas. And after you have generated your ideas, what is it that you expect about that idea or those ideas that you've generated? Firstly, each idea should be feasible. What do you mean when you say the idea should be feasible? This is you will be checking to what extent can this idea be achievable? Is it achievable? What is the percentage in which you are able to make this idea be achievable? Secondly, we have to start to conduct a SWOT analysis. What do you mean a SWOT analysis? You have to check the strengths, you have to check the weaknesses, the opportunities and threats that the business might face. Again, each idea should be viable. What do you mean when you say each idea should be viable? How profitable is it? It should be profitable. Obviously, no one wants to get into a business without profit. The whole idea of doing business is for people to make profit and money. So each idea that a person thinks of, that an innovator who is an entrepreneur thinks of, the moment an entrepreneur, innovator thinks about the business, it should be profitable. And the goals of the business should be smart. What do you mean when you say the goals should be smart? They should be specific. You should go straight to the point when formulating your goals. Again, they should be measurable. That is, they should have a specific time frame. So, for example, in 7 days, you should have achieved A, B, C, D in 1 month or so. They should be achievable. Of course, you need to set realistic goals for yourself to avoid disappointment. Again, they should be rewarding in time bound. You should be able to put specific time frames for each goal that you put in place. After that, after you've generated the idea, which is viable and feasible with smart goals, and you've done your SWOT analysis, then you develop a business plan. What is a business plan? A business plan, basically, it is a roadmap on how you're going to do your business. As an entrepreneur, you need to have a roadmap that from this point, you're going to that point, from this point, you're going to this point, and that is so basically a business plan is a roadmap that you're going to take through the development of your business. After you've drafted your business plan, what next? You need to know your financial plan. What is your financial plan? You need to draft a financial plan. The financial plan involves the sources of capital that you're going to use, the sources of finance. Are you going to use a loan? Are you going to use capital finance? What are you going to use? Are you going to... So the financial plan should involve the balance sheet, the income statement, which is also known as the profit and loss account, the cash flow statement, the sort of the types of finance, like I said before, that you're going to use. After you've drafted the financial plan, which include the things that I mentioned earlier on, then you go to the marketing plan. Of course, after your business is running, then the end product needs the market, needs consumers. How are you going to market it for them? How are you going to make it known to the people? Which channels are you going to use? What is the technology that you're going to use? You need to identify the market and the plan in which your product will reach to the consumers. Then, after you've done all that, you check the business environment. How is the environment that you want to start the business in? There are main two aspects that you need to check. You need to check the economic environment and the non-economic environment. The economic environment includes the economic systems of the country or region that you are in, and the policies governing the type of business that you want. Non-economic environment. This includes the social environment, political environment, legal environment, technological environment, demographic environment, and natural environment. Social environment generally looks at the people, the type of people, the norms, the culture of the people in a place that you want to start a business. Political environment, of course, it goes back to the policies and systems. Legal environment, what are the rules that govern the idea that you have? Technological environment, what are the technology equipment that you need to in order for your business to be efficient? Be it furniture, if, for example, if you are in farming, you may need combine harvesters. Generally, it is the equipment that you need for your business to be efficiently run. Demographic environment. What group of people is dominant in that place that you want to start your business? Are they the elderly, the youth, or the children? Natural environment. This is about ecological systems, natural regions. For example, in Zimbabwe, we have natural regions 1 to 5. 1 receives the natural region 1 receives the most rainfall, and natural region 5 receives the least rainfall. So, if you want to do cattle ranging, natural region 5 is better than natural region 1. But if you want to do tea farming, for example, you cannot do that in natural region 5. So you have to consider the natural environment where you want to start a business. So basically, starting a new business, you need a market-focused business development model where your vision is clearly defined. After defining your vision, you discover a gap. This requires an appreciation of dynamic characters of customers and market. What exactly is lacking? Then you have to improve on that. Value proposition. Value proposition, basically you are adding what is lacking in other products to differentiate your products from other people. What is it that customers should want from your product? What makes your product different and lovable other than the other existing product in the market? That is what we are talking about. Then after you know what is lacking, that gap discovered, then you've added on what's lacking, that value proposition. Now you arrange your resources. The resources that are needed, the cars, the money, the technology, the offices, the human resource, the finance. After that, you start nurturing growth of the business. When it comes to nurturing growth, it's not about being good at everything. It's about acknowledging your weaknesses and needs, getting good people to help you. That's why we are here, to help you nurture your enterprise, to help you nurture your new business, to help you become your own boss and work according to your own visions and your own capabilities. The sky is the limit. Thank you. I will leave my business colleague to take you through the linkage between business and technology.
Okay, greetings everyone. My presentation is going to be based on business and technology. And my name is Mr. Morisi. A lot of my colleagues, they just refer to me as T or Teach Morisi. So we are looking at business and technology and how modern businesses can apply technology to their everyday activities in order to increase the efficiency of businesses, the profitability of business, and obviously the competitiveness of businesses in a world that is continuously changing and increasingly becoming complex, both in terms of consumer needs and as well as in terms of rules that apply to the business scam. Okay, so from the cover of my PowerPoint, it reads, "A man who gives his present to his future will have a great present from his past." That quote obviously talks about how we ought to invest in our future so that when the future becomes our present, we will greatly benefit from the investment that we made during the past times of our lives. Okay, so the overview of this presentation, basically this presentation will cover need for improving how we do business, what is technology. So there's I'll define technology in a simplified way. Technology, evolution, that is how we came to be where we are in terms of technology. And then how important is technology in business. I'll also look at the downside of technology in business. Okay, the need for improving how we do business. In simplified terms, a business is like a baby. For those who can relate to this concept, a baby begins from a conception phase where the baby is conceived. It is conceived from a stage of pregnancy until eventually they come into the existence in a different environment, which is our everyday, the world that we interact with every day. So just like the case for a baby, every business owner needs to pay careful attention to the growth of his or her business. That is having to do all they can in terms of taking the baby to the clinic, asking for advice from those who have had babies before, searching for information on how best to improve the growth of that baby and make sure that the baby stays healthy. So a baby, they go through phases until a point where they're able to sustain themselves. And in some cultures, babies, kids, when they grow up, they get to a stage where they even become able to sustain even their own parents. So looking at a business, you cannot begin a business with the idea that after a couple of days you're going to gain benefits from that business, financial benefits from the business. You will need to invest a lot of resources into your business until it eventually gets to a point where you can actually benefit from the business. So among the investments and things that you need to bring into consideration include technology. So hence our presentation is going to focus more on technology and how it can leverage business growth and other things. What is technology? Many people are uncomfortable with just the mention of technology, the word technology. It is a phobia, which is called technophobia, just like mathophobia and claustrophobia. We all know mathophobia, that is a general fear for numbers. We have people among us whom, if you mention numbers or if you convert any story to a mathematical story, then their brain will automatically shut. They will not be able to comprehend the story. We also have people who suffer from claustrophobia, that is fear of small spaces. They can be in lifts, elevators, in other small spaces. They'll feel like they can't breathe if they're in that space. So in the same way, a lot of people, they suffer from what is called technophobia, just a general fear for technology. You don't even want to hear anyone mention about technology or being put in a place where you are required to use technology. Okay, what are the excuses that people normally use when it comes to technology? Number one, I'm too young to learn about it. So some people, they actually do not want to learn about technology because they believe they are still too young to interact with any technology. Others, they give their excuses, I'm too old and it's too late to learn about it. So some people, they feel they can't learn about technology because they are in the winter stage of their lives, and so technology, they do not feel like it's relevant for them. I don't think I have the resources to afford technology in my business. The common perception among many people is that technology is expensive, but it's not true that technology is expensive. There are a lot of technologies that are within the reach of many in terms of affordability. Another excuse, learning technology is complicated, and I would rather stick with my own knowledge and ways of doing things. So some people, they just believe in gravitating towards things that they are used to. So they would not take the risk of learning new methods and using new systems simply because they want to stay in their comfort zone. So yeah, those are some of the excuses that people use in terms of technology. So in defining technology, I would want to, back to basics. Technology, it encompasses methods, systems, tools, knowledge, and these are developed by humans for application in solving problems. So when you think of technology, it's not necessarily about computers and the internet space or machines. It essentially has to do with things that methods or tools that enable us to solve problems, which could be problems in business, problems in the society, problems in the workspace, problems in politics, and in other spheres of life. Technology is therefore an indispensable aspect of human life since time immemorial. We see that societies have progressed with varying developments in technology. So I'll just speak about relatable technologies for ancient Africa. We have the bow and arrow technology. So for the society to actually use the bow and arrow, simple things like fire, someone had to actually innovate such new ways of doing things. So someone developed the bow and arrow, someone developed the millstone, which was used in the African culture, that is for making meal. We also learn about smoke signaling, which was a method of communication. So African societies would use that to communicate danger and etc. So based on this understanding, we can see that clear that technology is universal. It's a universal feature of human life globally. So one of the things is that usage and application of technologies foreign to Africa has been more prominent than the diffusion of our homegrown inventions to other world parts. So a lot of people, hence that's why when people think about technology, they always imagine things that or methods that came from Europe, methods that came from America, methods that were invented from Asia and etc. Okay, so I'm going to look at a brief history of technology. Where did technology come from and where are we? Obviously, this is very important for our presentation. Firstly, the first industrial revolution was recorded around the 17th century. So this was marked by the development of water and steam power to fuel production. So that is where we have steam-powered engines and steam-powered trains were used during that period of the first industrial revolution. And then the second industrial revolution, which came around the 1870s, we have read history about people like Thomas Edison, who first developed the electric bulb. And during that time, we see electricity being used to power and run production, particularly in the United States of America and in other parts of the world. And then we see the third industrial revolution. This is more relatable to many of us. That was from 1969, we see the invention of the internet. So now we have a combination of electric power and information and technology to automate production processes. So as we stand, as I speak right now, you find that many people are still stuck in the third industrial revolution, and people are battling with applying using the internet, basic usage of the internet and electronic systems. So information and technology is not as recent as many people think. That's an old term. Information and technology that obviously incorporates the usage of the internet and electric systems. So where we are now, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. It is quite advanced in so many ways. We have the Internet of Things. We have terms such as cloud computing. We have big data. We have the use of predictive analysis. We have 3D technologies. We have virtual reality. So these are some of the technologies that we have which are applicable in, we also have artificial intelligence. I mean, that brings us to the concept of smart cities, smart technologies, where you walk into a room and then all you do is to speak, and then you give instructions, be it to your refrigerator, to your television, and etc. Okay, so that's where we are now. So based on this, you can see the gap that is there between many people who call themselves or who are business people, and the gap that is there in terms of how lagging we are from the corner of the world where we are in terms of applying technologies. Relevant business technologies that you might need to know. So someone might be asking, what's the relevance of technologies? Why should we be interested in learning about technologies? Technologies are applied in literally every industry and sector. There's not a sector that you can say that we could say that maybe this one is excluded from technology. I mean, in terms of being relevant. We see in the accounting field, they use things such as QuickBooks, Zero software. These packages, they help in simplifying accounting tasks. We also have your small business. Could you make use of PayPal, which is for online payments, so your clients can easily pay from the comforts of their own homes using the PayPal systems. We also have more recently the development of Monday.com, which essentially manages a lot of activities. So your organization, ranging from projects, administrative work, in human resource, and etc. So we also have HRMS, and these are systems that are used in managing the human resource in an organization. We also have other technologies for fleet tracking, warehouse management, farm monitoring, and etc. So even if you're in the logistics business, you might need to apply such technologies to simplify your work and etc. So based on all that we are seeing, for example, I've left out the issue of the Microsoft package. So there's not a business that we can maybe say that they can't use a simple technology such as Microsoft package. But if you to do a survey around most of the businesses, small businesses that you see, you'll find that a lot of people, they are technologically illiterate, that they can't use basic functions such as Excel, applications such as Excel, MS Word, and etc. for their daily, even Microsoft PowerPoint for their daily, jobs and etc. in their workspaces. So yeah, we're looking at how best can you improve your business by using technology. So technology actually saves you time. Come to think of it, if there was not the use of the internet, the use of the electronic systems for payments and etc., it would be very difficult for businesses to operate, not only in terms of the volume of products and services that they move, but also in terms of the improvement, communication with customers and etc. So hence we need to look at the relevance of business, technology in business. Next, you have the downside of technology. As much as technology is that much beneficial to your business, you might also need to know about the downsides of technology. So here I've mentioned just a few. There are many of them. Number one is exposure to cybercrime. So the issue of cybercrime is a very serious thing when you are dealing with technology. We have things such as phishing. We also have data theft. So your company or your business can actually lose its important data or information from hacking. We also have Yahoo boys. These are fraudulent criminals who pose as business people on the internet platform. So these, you can be exposed to these cyber crimes through your usage of simple things like the emails and etc. So yeah, there's need for business people to be careful with the use of technology because of the exposure that it brings to such crimes. Technology can be expensive if your business is still small and generating low profit margins. So you need to apply technology that is relevant for the industry that you are, that is also relevant in terms of the scale of operations that you are still operating. Next, technology is dependent on power availability, so you need to be careful about complete automation. So one of the downsides of complete automation is that during times where where you have load shedding and etc, so it essentially means that your organization will not be able to operate because all systems are electronic systems. So sometimes it is recommended to partially automate your systems and have some form of offline systems that can run parallel with the online systems. Another thing is counterfeit software and applications. So many people, they want to use technology in their business, but they fall into the wrong hands and end up buying counterfeit software and applications which may malfunction and expose the business to a variety of risks. And then the last thing is licensing and updates are essential. So in buying technology, you might find that you need to continuously update certain software and etc and all that. Next, so at this point, the questions that you might be having are, what should I do for my business? How can I start employing technology in my business? Or how best can I employ technology in my business? Number one, you need to consult a number of experts before spending money on a new technology. Don't just fall blindly. You need to spend money on consultants. You need to begin trusting consultants, and they'll do that job for you and bring you well-researched recommendations in terms of the technology that you want to use. From your side, you also need to do your own research and get to understand not only that a particular technology, but about essentially every decision that you make for your business. You need to be informed and do your own research. And then next, do not buy technology from untrusted suppliers with the main intention of cutting costs. People normally prefer to buy technology from untrusted suppliers. And then lastly, you can also save money by developing customized system and applications using local software developers. There are a lot of good developers around who can actually help your business with developing workable systems. So customize the systems. For example, a simple website could cost you something around the 3K, which is quite reasonable. So I would say that think globally and act local in terms of technology. Just a couple of take-home thoughts. A company that needs a new machine and hasn't bought it is already paying for it. So if your company is in need of a new machine and you, for some reasons, have not bought that machine, whatever losses that you're incurring because of not having that machine, or whatever profits or revenue you're missing out on because of not having that machine, is in a way a payment for not having that machine. In the same span, a man who is in need of new thinking tools but hasn't yet acquired them is already paying for it. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation. For my contacts, you can see there my cell number is 0838 577 567. You can also contact me on my email address that is shown below. Okay, thank you very much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, I don't want to waste much of our time. I'm running out of time. Please, let me introduce myself. My name is Mr. P. Chibaya or Philip Chibaya. So I'm going to present to you, ladies and gentlemen, business marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, most of people or business owners, they are struggle on understanding what is business marketing. Some are struggling on how to implement business marketing strategies. So today, I'm here to present you some of the things which is going to help you. Please, I'm going to, I'm trying to I'm trying to summarize. So let's move on. Right. The first thing, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you some questions. You should ask yourself all these questions, and you must able to answer it before you produce your product or your service. Right. Firstly, how stiff is the competition in your business? How do you intend to stay ahead of competition in business? What's the average number of new customers that come to transact business with you daily? You should know this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know how to attract or find new customers for your business? Do you need marketing ideas for your business? Is your business experiencing difficulties due to a shortage of customers? I hope a large number of people can say yes on this question. But listen, if I offer you effective business marketing strategies and ideas that will help you get new customers or clients and also help you outperform competition, will you be willing to try them out? If your answer to the last question is yes, then listen carefully on what I'm going to say. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, finding good customers is one of the challenges of starting a business. And one peculiar thing about this challenge is that it never ends. From the day you start your business, you will constantly be in need of customers. But unfortunately, most entrepreneurs and business owners don't know how to promote their business. Those who are well grounded on the importance of marketing a business are short of marketing ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in a war. Not war, just war, not war yekurwisana imshona kana kuti yehondo. No, this is a business war. So you must plan to take the other guy down first and do it. Winning is not the best thing. It's the only thing. If it were not, no one would keep score. To win the war, you must take charge. You must set the organization objectives, establish a chain of control, delegate, appraise performance, adjust and act. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are listening careful what I'm saying. Right. Business is a war. So also is a marketing. A case of dog eat dog and a game where winner takes all. Just like stated in the quotes above, winning is not the best thing. It's the only thing. You must plan to take your competitors out before they do the same. In business, the competition will bite you if you keep running. If you stand still, they will swallow you. Right. Now, listen careful, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me explain what is marketing. What is marketing? Right. So, there's a lot of definitions even if you Google on the internet. But let me give you a simple definition of marketing. Marketing is the process of identify consumers' needs. One, creating products or service. Two, to meet those needs and communicate effectively with the target market in order to sell the products or service at a profit. That's the definition of marketing. Identifying consumers' needs, creating products or service to who? To meet those needs, and communicating effectively and to sell the products or service at a profit. That's the definition of marketing. Let's move on. Right. For now, ladies and gentlemen, let me try to give you the importance of marketing to your business success. But I'm trying to run. Please, the first importance is marketing is important because it helps your business to sell more products. Okay, let me explain a little bit on this. Okay. Let me try to explain this one. Marketing increases your goodwill. Right. Let me explain this. Goodwill is an invisible asset of human being, organization, or company. You can call it reputation. It is how people see you, who people think you are, how much people can trust you. When a business takes time to market its product or service strategically, more and more people trust its product or service, and that leads to more sales. Why do you think great companies like Coca-Cola, Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, and etc. still advertise their product? Why? Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, if a telecommunication company called Econet, if Econet stops advertisement, it may not affect their sales for the next 6 months. No, but it will start affecting their goodwill, which is reputation in the mind of consumers. So it will affect immediately. Whenever a company is losing reputation in the mind of its target market customers, trust also start dropping, so do sales. You see, that's why even the biggest company in the world are still investing heavily on promotions. Marketing and promotion is very important for every business, so as to increase or keep your customers' trust and sales. Ladies and gentlemen, marketing and promotion is very important to every business. If you want your customers keep on trusting you, it's very important to invest in marketing. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's move on. The next is marketing is important because it helps us to learn about our target consumers. Right. Let me explain this. The first step, even before coming up with your marketing strategy, is to know and understand those you want to sell to. Marketing helps you to do that. You must know before. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot brand your company appropriately, nor can you position your product the way you should until you know those to whom you intend to sell. The best corporate in the world will fail if he doesn't know those he wants to write advert to persuade. Because we all know that for a promotion to be effective, we must first learn, know and understand our target consumer. We invest time, energy and money in doing so. Knowing our customers is a great business asset. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you understand it. I hope you understand it. Okay, let's move on. Marketing is important because it helps us to build a great brand. It's very, 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 very important. Okay, let me explain a little bit on this point. Ladies and gentlemen, marketing is very important because if done correctly, a time will come when we would have built a great brand that is known with quality, speed, freshness, or whatever what our market position is. Thus, we can sell more products than our competitors, even when our prices are higher. Okay. Let me give you an example, ladies and gentlemen. Listen careful. At this time, we have achieved great feat. We can now sell easier with less promotion. Okay, but I want to give you an example. You think about it. Think about it. If you are in a market to buy a laptop, you see two brands, Apple and HP. Which will you buy? Okay. Even if the price of the Apple is 50% more than that of a non-HP, even if the design of the non-HP is far beautiful, even if the sales person tells you that HP is better, you still likely go for Apple. Why? Apple is a known and trusted brand. Now you understand why some well-known brands could charge higher prices and still sell more than their competitors. They have used marketing to promote their product and build a solid brand. That's why even in shops, even go, there's some shops sells at higher prices and there's some shops sells at lower prices. Why? They build their brand names. Now you see how marketing is very important to the success of your business. Ladies and gentlemen, marketing is very important. If you want to increase your sales, if you want to increase your profits, marketing is very important. Marketing, maybe I can give you an example. Marketing is like a truck. Do you know some big trucks? Those big trucks have got a horse and a trailer. So the horse is marketing and the trailer is your production. So the horse is the responsible for horse is the responsible for horse is to lead the trailer. The trailer just follow the horse. That's what's happening on business. Marketing is the horse of the business. If you produce some products, if you don't have market, your production won't grow, and you produce your products for nothing. So marketing is very important. Okay, let's move on to the next point, which is marketing is very important because it increases customer loyalty. Maybe let me explain a little bit on customer loyalty. Customer loyalty describes ongoing emotion, relationship between you and your customer, manifesting itself by how willing a customer is to engage with and repeatedly purchase from you versus your competitors. So loyalty is the byproduct of a customer's positive experience with you and works to create trust. So they purchase, interact with you through a variety of different channels. Also, are your biggest proponents sending others to you and providing proactive and reactive positive feedbacks. So when customers become your advertiser, that's loyalty. Marketing is very important, ladies and gentlemen, because through it we can get people to know about our product, our good product, get them to fall in love with our service, and then they may become our loyal friends who tell their friends about our product. That's customer loyalty. Okay, I'm running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. I have got a lot of things to say under business marketing, but let me try to summarize. Our next point is marketing is important because it makes you to spend less while you earn more. The next point, market, it also increases market share. It also launching a new product increases sales. Introduce the company into new international or local markets. It also improve return on investment. It also increase market share. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm running out of time, so I'm trying to summarize it up. Right. So let me run to what is marketing strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, marketing strategy is that tactic developed and applied by a business owner with the aim of winning more market share and making more money. I hope you are following. Very sorry, I'm running too much because I've got a short time. Right. Marketing strategy you can apply to win your market. I'm trying to summarize it up. If you are interested in learning the full course of marketing, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Right. One, use social media. I'm going to explain this lastly. Create video tutorials. Start blogging now. Understand search engine optimization. Leverage influencers. Build a great lead magnet. Use Facebook ads with retargeting. Use LinkedIn the right way. Use email marketing sequences. Be the first in your market. Be the first in a new market. Right. Let's move on. I'm running. Right. Be a specialist. Identify your position in the market. Tailor your tactic according to your market position. Fight with your name. It's very important to have your name, your brand name. Don't use your usual name. You must brand. You must have your brand name. So you must fight in the market with your brand name. Create a unique selling promise. Perception wins even when quality products fails. Quality, yes, quality wins. Give out free samples or services. Spread a contagious virus. Be consistent with your message. It's very important, ladies and gentlemen. Be flexible. So, very sorry, I'm trying to summarize it up because I'm running out of time. This subject of marketing is very big and it's very broad. So if you want to know more about how to market, or even want to market, if you want to know market skills, please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Please get in touch with us. We will assist you. Right. So let me go. Lastly, let me explain what is social media marketing. Okay, social media marketing, let me give you a definition. Social media marketing is the process of creating content for social media platforms to promote your product or service, build community with your target audience, and drive traffic to your business. With new features and platform emerging every day, social media marketing is constantly evolving. Social media marketing is all about meeting your target audience and customers where they are, and as they social interact with each other and your brand. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so now I'm going to show you the impact of our social media platforms that we have. Please listen carefully. Please following me. I want to show you the impact of our social media platforms that we have on marketing. Right, first one, let me start with Facebook. Right, Facebook users, it's 1.9 billion daily active users worldwide. And then audience and even speed of Generation X and millennials. Right, let me explain the meaning of Generation X. Don't panic, please. Generation X, these are ages. Generation X, it's range from 10 years. It's range from 42 years up to 57 years. And then millennium, this age, it's range from 26 years up to 41 years. Then industry impact, B2C. This represent business to consumer. And then let me explain a little bit business to consumer. Business to consumer, it refers to the tactic and strategies in which a company promotes its product and service to individual people, creating, advertising, and selling products for customers to use in their everyday lives. This is business to consumer, which is B2C. I hope you understand it. Right, best for, which is Facebook is best for brand awareness and also advertising. Right, Facebook is the largest social media platform and the most established. Since its launched in 2004, it has become an invaluable tool for B2C business, offering advanced advertising tool as well as an organic opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Facebook for you. Right. Let's move on. TikTok, right. This TikTok users, it's 1 billion actively monthly global users, audience primarily Generation Z, followed by Millennium. As I told you, Generation Z, this is age. Generation Z, it's range from 10 years up to 25 years. And then millennials, it's range from 26 years up to 41 years. Right? Industrial impact, it's B2B and B2C. Let me explain this one, which is the new one. This one, it represents business to business. Right? Business to business is the marketing strategy or content used by one business to target and sell to another business. For instance, companies that sell services, products to other companies or organization typically uses B2B marketing. So this one is 2B, it's B2B marketing, and this one is B2C marketing. I hope you understand it. Right. Best for short form, creative video content, user generated content, brand awareness. Right. When you think of short form video, you probably think of TikTok, which means it uses short videos. The platform rose in popularity in 2020 and shows no signs of slowing down. It's one of the best platforms for community building, with marketers ranking it is in second place behind YouTube. Right, let's move on. Instagram users 1 billion monthly active users, audience primarily millennials. I hope you remember the age range, which is 26 years to 41 years. Industry impact, which is B2C, business to consumers. Then best for high quality images and videos, users generated content, advertising. Right. Although Instagram launched only 12 years ago, the platform has taken the world by storm. When it comes to sharing visual, compelling content, Instagram is where brands go. Another thing that sets the platform apart is its advanced e-commerce tool. Today, users can discover brands, browse their product and or services, and complete a purchase without ever leaving the app, making Instagram a hard platform to beat. This is Instagram for you. Let's move on. Twitter. Let's come to Twitter. Twitter users 211 million daily active users worldwide. Audience is primarily millennials. I hope you still remember. Industry impact, I hope you still remember. It also prefer business to business and business to consumer. Best for public relations, customer service, community buildings. While Instagram focuses on visual, Twitter focuses on words. Since the early days of 140 characters tweets, the platform is now expanded to include an audio tool called Twitter Spaces, a community building tool called Twitter Communities, and Twitter Moments to share interesting content with your followers. This is Twitter for you. Let's move on. LinkedIn. LinkedIn users 774 million active users worldwide. Audience baby boomers, Generation X and millennials. Let me explain baby boomers. These are ages. Baby boomers, this age is range from 58 years to 67 years. This one, Generation X, it range from 42 years up to 57 years. And then millennials, it range from 26 years up to 41 years. Right. Industry impact, it prefer business to business. Best for business to business relationship, business development, and social selling. LinkedIn is Facebook professional cousin. It's perhaps the only platform where its audience is clearly defined, working professional looking to go network and seek out new opportunities. That makes it the ideal platform for B2B companies looking to identify the key decision makers and build an industry specific community. This is LinkedIn for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to YouTube. YouTube users over 315 million daily active users worldwide. Audience primarily millennials, but yes, a strong audience across gender and age demographics. Industry impact, B2C and B2B. Best for brand awareness, long-term entertainment, and how to videos. Right, according to what suit, YouTube is the second most visited website in the world. In addition, marketers name it the best platform to build community. In addition to being an incredibly popular platform, its users also tend to stay longer on it because it features mostly long form content, making it an ideal platform to share educational content. This is YouTube for you. Pinterest users 444 million monthly active users worldwide. Audience primarily millennials with a solid audience in Generation Z, Generation X, and baby boomers. I hope you still remember this. If you forget, please you play back the video. Then industry impact, it's business to consumer. Then best for visual advertising inspiration. Think of Pinterest like visual storyboard that allows users to get inspiration for everything from fashion to home decor. 85% of pinners says Pinterest is where they go to start a new project. In addition, 80% of weekly pinners says they have discovered a new brand or product on the platform. So not only is it a great discovery too, but it's also a way for brands to build their narrative through visual stories. This is Pinterest for you. The last one, which is Snapchat. Users, 306 million daily active users worldwide. Audience, primarily Generation Z. I hope we are still remember this. Industry impact, B2C, which is business to consumer. Best for brand awareness and advertising. When Snapchat came out in 2011, leading the charge in ephemeral content, it introduced content that you could share with your friends and that would expire after 24 hours. The platform peaked in 2015 and has held strong since then. Many thought the brand would disappear once Instagram introduced stories. The same feature with a different name. However, Snapchat continues to be popular among young adults. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is all about our social media platforms that we have. Also, website. It's very important to have your website. If you have got a company, please use these social media platforms. Take the advantages of marketing your business, our business, via these social media platforms. Please, advise you to market your business, to make a lot of noise on social media platforms, to market your business. It's very important. So if you are interested, if you are looking for website, we also provide some services: website development, social media marketing service, digital marketing, video advertisement, flyers, company logs, company magazines, business cards, company profiles. Please, if you are interested in all of these services, get in touch with us. Don't hesitate to come to us. We also help you